Okay, good morning everyone. I am turning up my volume here. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. Welcome to another Tuesday live stream here. I am trying out a new feature. I wonder if you guys can tell me where you're watching, but YouTube's now allowing me to stream vertically and horizontally. So I guess for those scrolling their phones, you might stumble upon a live stream. Or maybe if you're on your phone somewhere, it's just easier to watch it vertically. I'm not sure. But in any case, we are live. This is actually our 53rd live stream, which I missed the kind of monumental one, which was last week's 52 being a full year of live streaming every week. But of course, there were some breaks here and there, the holidays. I didn't quite do it every single week in a row, but I don't know, there's probably only 5 or 6 weeks missing in there. So welcome everyone that's been here for some time. And also, I've got some awesome guitars to show you here today. It's kind of funny because I'm actually watching the preview of my stream and I see like the horizontal one is ahead of the vertical one. So that's kind of funny. But anyways, if you're tuned in, let me know, say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from. I always love to hear that people are tuning in from across the world or country. Today's a gloomy day here in Austin, Texas. It's just cloudy and a little bit cold. But what a better time to play some guitar, to get to know some instruments. It's nice and quiet out there. And yeah, some cool guitars here to show you. So I'll wait for you guys to start saying hello before getting into the presentations of these guitars, but I'll just tell you a little overview of what we're going through here today. And again, you guys are here during a very rare time because in just 2 weeks I'll be out of this room again. So like you're used to seeing me in my old setting. Now I'm in this temporary room, and another 2 weeks I'll be in my showroom in Austin here, which is right around the corner from where I live. And it's going to be such an exciting time. You're going to see it also, I'm going to guess you're going to see it from the camera perspective too, of going from being like barren to being filled out with cool stuff in the background and everything. But it's an exciting time. So today, we are going to be taking a look at this 2024 Stephen Walter guitar. This is his 340th guitar with beautiful Amazon rosewood back and sides, cedar top. It's Steve Walter's guitars I've played for so many years, since 2013. Every video you find of me online, competition or concert, it's going to be on this guitar. Well, not this very Stephen Walter, but similarly, usually a cedar Stephen Walter guitar with some spruce ones tossed in there too. These are lattice brace guitars, but they're not heavy guitars. They're actually very lightweight. They're all wood lattice. The backs are not doubled. The sides often are. He does a few different ways of reinforcing the sides. But they are amazing instruments, largely based off the design of Thomas Humphrey, where you can see this very raised fingerboard, making it really easy to reach the upper frets. In fact, I like to say that the 14th fret on his guitars feel like most guitars' 12th fret. Almost like you have a cutaway. You know, if you've ever played a guitar with a cutaway, sometimes you're not able to go right to the 12th because where your hand hits is normally where the 12th is. But on a cutaway, it keeps on going. Well, on this guitar, you don't keep on going, but just the way that it's so raised above the fingerboard, it makes you feel like, oh, maybe this is 12, but it's actually 14. But anyways, this is the first guitar I'm going to be showing you today. And then I find this to be a very interesting comparison. So next we're going to be going to this 1998 Andrea Tacchi guitar, cedar top. This is his Cochlea model. And oddly, being totally different designs, they sound similar to me. See if you guys think the same. Oops, well, I thought I'd be more in tune. And I ruined it. Okay, listen to this. Both have a very rich sound, both very cedary, right? that interesting? Let's just do that again. I know you guys enjoy it when I do this too, but... You guys are probably getting more of an accurate view from the other side of the camera because this guitar, the Steve Walter guitar, has sound ports, whereas the Tacchi does not. And it's also, the Tacchi here is maybe a little bit heavier also. But both have this really thick sound and a very loose feeling, very open and loose. Pretty impressive, right? So this is Andrea Tacchi's Cochlea model. Now it does have a raised fingerboard, although it being mostly a traditional guitar in a lot of ways, and it's not like double top or lattice, it does have a raised fingerboard, which makes it really easy to access the upper frets. It has top of the line Rogers tuners. I mean, this thing has just been treated to royalty here. Gorgeous tuners. Sorry, it's focusing on my face, thinking that y'all want to see this mug instead. Okay. Gorgeous Roger tuners, of course, his classic headstock design. Really nice Indian rosewood back and sides. Now what's funny is this is some type of lacquer finish for the back and sides that, you know, he still does some sort of thing like this. But there are areas of it that's kind of like similar to what happened with Hauser 2 guitars, is that there's like this little crackling in the finish. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Not so big of a deal. You can't feel it at all. Like when you look at it, it kind of looks a little bit like shattered glass in this one area of the guitar. There's like one other little area also, maybe a little bit here. It's something you would never notice unless you're turning around the guitar and like leaning in the light, but it's an interesting thing to point out. But the nice thing is this guitar is built in 1998 and it still feels so smooth to the touch. There's no wear to the guitar here. And it just has this spectacular sound. A guitar that likes to be pushed. But anyways, well, we'll get to the third guitar here in just a second, but let me know where you're tuning in from. Feel free to say hello. If you're watching this after the fact, don't forget you can go to the timestamps and skip around to the part of the video that you would like to see. Paul says hello from Ann Arbor. What's up, Paul? Good to see you here again. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear from y'all. And I'll tell you, I'm tuning in here from Austin, Texas. I just realized I missed some messages because I had on top chat instead of live chat. So let's see. We've got, Deuce, what's up from from Belgium. Good to see you. You want all the guitars from my room. Okay, well, just come on over. You can take them all. Okay, cool. I just love this. I just love this rosette on this Tacchi here. It's so simple. The label is so beautiful and simple. The raised fingerboard is elegant, accessible. What's up? Okay, Ivan. Well, good to see you from Singapore. Awesome. Nice. What's up, Ivan? Eos, good morning. Hello. Failure to send. Utah. Salt Lake City. Oh yeah, Lucas. That's your name. What's up, Lucas? I've actually had this Tacchi out. And I've been playing it quite a bit. It's a very appealing guitar. You know what? The basses are so thunderous. It's kind of like some of the old Spanish masters. Like it reminds me of like Santos Hernandez or Miguel Rodriguez, where when you hit the basses and drop the ear, really any tune, they just feel thunderous. And what's so interesting about it is like they have that thunderous feeling, but they're not as like uncontrolled and raw as like some of the spruce top ones that I just mentioned. It's like a little bit more controlled and brilliant and rounded. And that makes to where the trebles have this creamy sound rather than like an aggressive flamenco kind of sound. think I don't know. I think there's something special about it. That's like where I'm identifying the Tacchi sound. It's like it has this Spanish thunderousness to it, but it's like refined and very very silky, you know. Oh, Lucas, which tango do you mean? Do you mean the Tango Maria? I can do that. Faster now. I had to tune the guitar a little bit. But yeah, wow, on this Tacchi, both of these voices are just so even and so clear. Right? Okay, both of these notes sound equally as expressive and important. Moving into another piece, right? In the same tuning. Sorry, I forgot to tune these guitars right before starting, which just makes it sync out of tune the whole time. Yeah, so, my gosh, Lucas hears it here. This guitar is born for this. Exactly, Speechless Guitar live with soul. I totally hear you. It is just... it's just so special. Every area of the guitar is so special. I know what I want to play. Listen to this. Barely remembering this. Sorry guys, I wish I could remember, but then we go. Gosh, it's been a little while, guys. Again, I got a tune. Anyways, what an incredible guitar. I mean, this is... Gosh, you guys might get off this stream and I might just put this guitar as sold for me to keep it. I love this guitar. Sorry, I haven't even got to the other guitars here yet, but we will. To do that again because I just remembered how to play this. I don't want to try to remember the rest, but yeah, so killer. Well, let's try the usual suspect. You know what strikes me about this guitar is just how incredible every string is. I mean, them have this sparkle to it. And the evenness of character. You know, when I do this, sometimes on guitars, you play like an first position, just chromatic scale. You'll hear so many random notes popping out. There's just an even character that doesn't care how I push the guitar. It can be very light. And it likes all of that. And gosh, it probably sounded god-awful when I played that loudly. I don't know if it's peaking the microphone, but listen to the dynamic range here, right? That is a crescendo. You know, it's not when you do this. It's like, gosh, this guitar can do all of the steps. Okay, I might have gotten loud a little bit too early, but a lot of guitars, it doesn't matter if it's double top, lattice, or traditional. It's like a quality of guitar thing. It's how they handle their construction. But a lot of guitars, when you start pushing hard, they're gonna say, please don't. You know, like in one way or another to you. Actually, you may even be unconscious to what the guitar is kind of like telling you, and you just adapt your style to make it sound good, right? Like for instance, you know, you start playing loud and it sounds bad. Well, of course you're going to avoid that sound, right? It just happens pretty quickly with a guitar. But with this guitar, if you are experimenting with doing something like that, the end of the crescendo is just as good as the beginning of it. You know, this is... Right? Isn't that incredible? Just wow. Sorry if that didn't make sense what I just said. I was reading a concerning message I just got. But anyhow. Yes, it's just so exciting how big the range is on this guitar. And it's not just that E. You know, I was ending on the really loud E. The D can get really loud. Let's play a little bit of Prelude 11 by Targa. So impressive. I gotta set this guitar down and go to the others. We're doing a little bit of a weird order today. I normally start with the guitars in order of, in order of how I listed it in the title. But what do you guys think about this? I know Lucas loves it here. And trust me, so do I. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Okay, great. Well, shall we move to the next guitar? Well, we'll go to, you know what? We're going to go to Nils Schebesta here because I did start out with Stephen Walter just for a moment. I'll get back to it and do more detail. But this guitar I haven't even pulled out yet today for you on stream. This is a guitar by a young German luthier who's building up so much momentum. I've had several friends that are like on the competition circuit say like, hey, you need to check out one of this guy's guitars. Some people are saying it was their favorite guitar they heard in like a luthier showcase, like in some of these German competitions. And so check out what I've got here. This guitar is his 36th double top here. And it is so surprisingly perfectly crafted. I mean, you know, a lot of times with these early guitars of luthiers, there's going to be lots of little things that you notice. You know, you look at the bridge, oh, the polish isn't quite right here or there. Or you look at the top and there's little fragments missing, rosette, or where the body meets the neck here, it's, you know, a little rough. That's not the case here. This looks like a guitar that's been refined over thousands of builds. It's so perfect looking, and my gosh, we got to get into the sound. Now, this is a very different guitar from the other guitars that we were just looking at here, and maybe many of the double tops that you're familiar with. This one is a very, very lightweight, super powerful German double top, like maybe more in the style of Matthias Dahmen and Michel Bruck and these Jakob Leibisch, these sort of really lightweight double tops. But I have to tell you, the power of it is just incredible. And this guitar, compared to some of these makers, is so much less expensive, and it's so comparable, honestly. It's so cool. And this is a brand new guitar. I have to confess, I probably played it for less than an hour before making the video. And I bet if you listen to the video and come back now and watch this, you're going to enjoy this sound better than the one in the video because it's more open now. It's just... Now, the difference with this guitar is that these really chunky, thick basses here, compared to like on the Tacchi, these are produced so much easier in the right hand. You don't really need to like... Now, I know I probably just peaked the microphones here, but... Also, it's tricky here, but the volume is much more on this guitar, and it's provable by the fact that I just peaked the microphones when pushing into the basses here. There's a huge dynamic range, but there is more spike to the sound. It's a quicker response. It's a little bit more like a sports car in that way. So you see, there's a really nice balance of this guitar. A very quick response, super loud. What's up? Drew says, sounds great. Sweet. Thanks, man. Nice to see you here. So one thing that I'm noticing about this guitar is that it's extremely sensitive. You know, if I do this, it really matters how I pluck each note, not just with like the intention of volume, but also in the right hand. Like if I'm a little bit off angle, I can make it sound really thin and poor, right? But if I really find the right spot on my nail, there's almost like nothing else like it in terms of control. Now, this is a double top. And it's a very lightweight double top with a lot of the trappings that you'll find on the super lightweight double top guitars. There is this scooped away heel here where you can really reach the upper frets easily. Of course, there's a raised fingerboard. It's a cedar double top. Now, here's the interesting thing. It's, and I believe this is correct, I need to go double check, and it's on the website for sure, but I've been handling a lot of guitars recently. It's not Nomex, and it's not the balsa strips that you're used to, but actually just a very thin strip of balsa in between the tops. And Nils tells me that he thinks that the strips actually can make the guitar sound nasal, and that's why he's avoiding the strips and just using a very, very thin piece of balsa. And it all makes sense aesthetically too, because you can't see through the top, little balsa strips, even when leaned in the light. So it also makes sense intuitively, because when you play this guitar, you don't think about it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you don't really hear a double top sound to it in terms of like hearing balsa or Nomex or nasal. You definitely feel it's a double top because of the volume and the quick response. Super, super impressive. Just incredible. I mean, he's building amazing guitars, and you can see why these are so in demand. Nils Schebesta. We've got Barnett tuners up here at the top. Very, very smooth, high-quality tuners. A really nice head shape. Just perfect French polish on this guitar. I mean, really, it's miraculous. It's just like a mirror. Looks like it's sprayed almost, but it's not, of course. It's French polish. A very simple tie block. You know, you can see there. Very nice. Just the details on this guitar are very, very, very nice. I really enjoy it. Here's the back and sides. Indian rosewood. Just perfect work. So I really asked him specifically for this neck too, a thin C-shaped neck. It's not super thin. It is really nice. Low action. Okay, I'm going to go to the third guitar of today, which really should have been the first. I did bring it up out of my hands first, but I didn't play it too much because I was meaning, it always kind of goes like this. I'm meaning to do like a little preview of each guitar and then I get carried away somewhere. So, okay, here we are with a Stephen Walter guitar from the year 2024. This is his 340th guitar. This is absolutely an incredible instrument. I have played Stephen Walter's guitar since 2013. I got my first concert guitar ever of his, and this is so similar to that feeling, except he has improved his guitars, just like notching away up at a ladder. It's just amazing how good they've gotten. This one has amazing Amazon rosewood back and sides, a really nice strip down the center of this sapwood. And then all of the things that I love about his guitars. The neck is perfect. Super huge, tall frets. Makes the fingers just dance over the fingerboard. And this sound that is just so, so even and sustained. this chiminess to the trebles that's just so gorgeous. And this guitar has all nylon strings on it right now. It's so easy to do expressive things with this guitar. I mean, every little note you play, you're filled with like no insecurities while playing it. It just keeps on telling you, like, take that risk, you know? This is also a guitar. Sorry, I'll finish playing first. This is a guitar that really encourages you to move the string a lot. In fact, sometimes when I see people coming from like a really lightweight double top or a really like a Smallman like a lattice brace guitar, sometimes they're not digging into the strings quite enough to really bring out all the character on these Stephen Walter guitars, because this likes movement of the string, but not in a way to where it's like hard to get sound going. I mean, these are guitars where like you play a note and overtones just like completely fill the room. There was a car alarm going on outside. That's not a double top then, that's a triple top. Oh gosh, I wonder which guitar you were talking about there, but no, this is not a double top. This is a lattice brace guitar here. All wood lattice brace that Steve Walter does. But yes, what I was saying was, you know, it really does enjoy the strings being moved. Which is great, because when you're doing dynamics, you can really achieve what you like. Let me answer some questions here. The Schebesta, okay, the previous guitar back here, is a cedar top, right? Yes, it is cedar top. Hello from Albania. Hello, Sergio. Hello, Brian from Los Angeles. Hello, world. S3 here. Awesome. What's up, Aficionado Lure Company? Good to see you. Oh, I know what you're asking about, Aficionado Lure Company. You were asking about the Schebesta when I was saying it's a piece of balsa in between. No, you know, it is kind of confusing. People call double tops sandwich tops, which is another kind of a better way to explain it, because there's always a material, and almost always a material in the center, whether it's balsa or Nomex. So yeah, in a way it's a triple top, but the material in the middle isn't really, it's not this, it's super, super, super thin. So it's not like the same, you probably shouldn't call it a triple top, if that makes sense. Hello, Don from LA. Good to see you, Don. Welcome back. So, about Stephen Walter's work, I mean, this guitar has a very raised fingerboard, like in the style of Tom Humphrey. Makes it so easy to reach these upper frets. Take a look at that. And it also has sound ports. So, you know what, sound ports, it's a kind of a polarizing subject here, but I find that most guitars where luthiers decide to put them in, they're really nice on them. I mean, on this guitar, you feel so present in the sound, and I really like that. They're not huge ports, they're small. And I think it just fits perfectly for his design. You just feel so open. And actually, when you cover these with something, like you can get like a piece of static that they sell all over the place. But anyways, you could just put a piece of static over these and the listener can actually hear the difference as well. Now, in a recording, sometimes it's not as obvious. It's kind of like back and forth, I'm not sure. But in a room, I've done this test a lot. You can hear it even blindfolded. There's a difference in the sound. But anyways, it's such a lovely guitar. I love the look of the sides on here. Look how the sapwood on this Amazon rosewood comes up to the sides, like in this very symmetrical way at the back. Such a nice looking guitar along the side there too. And the polish is just so beautiful. And the Scheller tuners here, top of the line Scheller tuners. These are like the buffalo horn buttons. Can you see those, the beautiful way those are decorated? And then the black rollers with a piece of Amazon rosewood here on the head. So nice. But let's play a little bit of Prelude 11. What a sound. What an amazing set of 3 guitars here that I was able to show you here today. Check them out. In the description of this video, there are links to each one of them. You can find them at guitarcollection.com. Thank you all so much for watching these videos and tuning in on your precious Tuesdays here. It's always great to see you. Leave a comment if you're watching after the fact, especially if you made it to the end of the video. I'd love to hear from you. It's really cool that you all enjoy these videos afterwards too. I've got to run. I've got to make a phone call here, but gosh, it's great to be playing guitar again in this new year after a lot of travels. And I'll see you in the next video. You're always welcome to reach out via email, evan@guitarcollection.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. I'll see you in the next stream or